Okay, watch out, guys. Move over this way.
Wow, Dad, this is all cool stuff.
Sure is, man.
I want my room to be like this.
Me too. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel, and man, do I have a treat for you guys on this video. I am at Pauls Valley, Oklahoma, and we are in one of the largest action figure museums in the entire country. Amazing that it's at Pauls Valley, Oklahoma of all places, but I'm going to tell you what, you guys are in for a hell of a treat on this video. I'm going to show you the whole thing, get as in-depth as we possibly can. Here with my family, so I'm going to try to leave them out of this. But yeah, guys, this is going to be a treat for you. So let's do it. The Action Figure Museum in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. Let's go. All right, guys, voiceover time. My kids are way too excited and asking me too many questions to do this live, so we're doing a voiceover. This is a funny little thing they got posted up there. It's the Adult Collector's Bedroom Diorama. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys read this. I'm not going to read it, but a funny little snippet there. Thought you guys might enjoy that. First room of the tour is GI Joe. Obviously, they have a flag. Obviously, they have some Sky Strikers. Loaded. Awesome display. I like how they displayed this. Terradrome. Tons of vehicles, Serpentor, and of course they got G.I. Joe playing in the background as well. So I love the way they do their displays in here. I probably should have spent a little more time on that Joe scene, but you know, again, we were a little pushed for time. And this next part right here, kind of a World War II homage. Awesome, awesome looking display. I like the beat up buildings and all the soldiers. You got Captain America, you got Wonder Woman in there. All the dirt, the soldiers, the gravel, just really, really cool. And really, I went back and saw this part probably another 2 or 3 times just because I love the buildings. I love how they're destroyed. And then as you look above us, there's a plane. And then there's men and women who've served their country in the armed forces. That's awesome. Then you got some more backdrops. And as you're going through here, you guys are going to notice there's a lot of things above you as well, which is really cool. Next display, I literally have no idea what these are, but they were cool. You guys get in the comments, you tell me what these are, because I really have no idea what these are, but man, they were super cool looking and really obscure. Next clip, we've got the Predators and the Aliens. This was a really cool lighted glass case. I would kill for one of these, but a lot of NECA Aliens and Predators in this one. You got the Queen, you got Ripley, you got kind of what you would expect for Aliens and Predators. Mostly NECA in here, quarter scales as well. And just really displayed very well. I like everything they got on the background as well. And yeah, it looks really good. Kind of like everything in this place, it looks really good. They do a great job with displays. Coming to the next one, we've got some old micro machines, mostly Star Wars in this case. A lot of cool looking Star Wars. There's an E-Wing, X-Wing, Vader's tie, the little pocket sets, Jabba the Hutt, the Death Star. My boy was asking me about these, and I was kind of having to educate him a little bit on what these were, because he's all into this stuff now. And then we got some of the city micro machines, and again, displayed in a glass case and looks really, really cool. Next scene, we've got, this is kind of their city scene, and they really just kind of, it's almost like a treasure hunt here. They really mix things up, and as you can see, you got a lot of different stuff in here. You got an AT-ST, you got a King Kong, you got Kingpin, you got all kinds of stuff in this. So it's just kind of cool to take a look and see what's in here. Not sure where that house is from, but that was cool too. A couple flying action figures, a couple jets going through. We got Godzilla hanging out, and I like what they did with this. I like that they mixed everything together. There's Mini-Me, Joe's Garage, just all kinds of cool stuff that you can find in here. We even got a Bane, a Hulk Buster, all kinds of guys playing basketball, a Ferris wheel, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. All kinds of cool stuff in here. And like I said, these are like expert displays. These are everything I wish I could have in my house and never could. And again, you can see the background, really, really cool. Nearly broke my neck looking at some of these because it's about a 20-foot ceiling in this place, so it's up there a bit. And then another little building with some more stuff in it. I think that's some aliens, and there's even a Ghostbuster there. Mario, Martian Manhunter, Herb from The Simpsons, Hydro, a big spider that my kids were absolutely terrified of. So there's that. That created some issues. And then coming over, we got some Star Trek. So this little bit here is all dedicated to Star Trek. I didn't really record the scenes or anything like that, but some really nice displays with some blue light. Some of the more vintage Star Trek figures in here, and a few little vehicles and Deep Space Nine, Enterprise, all that kind of stuff in there. I'm not a Trekkie, you guys know that. Next case over, we got even more transporter. There's an R2 hanging out up there, which it always boggles my mind why they do R2 with Star Trek. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but more vintage Star Trek, more Enterprises, more play sets, phasers, Klingon warships, 12-inchers, 3 3/4 inchers, just kind of everything you would expect in a Star Trek display. And again, Deanna Troi too. Again, very well done. It's not just figures. They've got good displays. And the last display here, kind of in the middle of the room, another Star Trek display. They threw a ID4 alien in there for some reason, but still cool. Still cool. A couple of guys hanging out up there, Cap, Lino, and give you guys one more view of that. And the next one, kind of in the middle of the room, all Godzilla, newer Godzilla, older Godzilla. Of course, we're playing Godzilla in the background. Quarter scale turtles hanging out above us, and a little troll up there as well. So yeah, cool to see these Godzillas. Some of the older ones, some of the newer ones. No King Kong to go with them, but that's okay. And again, I like the effects they put in the background. The city on fire looks cool. And then there's our Masters. Again, a kind of a standalone display. Not too many Masters. This was the main part of it, but good looking Grayskull with all the typical figures you'd go for. Got the White Ranger cut out, hanging out there. And then a couple more figures hanging out over the top of that. And then we get into some Spider-Man, Shrek, and Superman, Iron Man. And then we've got some Hero Corporation. And there's The Thing, Mr. Fantastic, some of the older figures there. Gandalf, can't forget Gandalf. Gotta love Gandalf. And then up here on top, all cereal boxes. All older cereal boxes, which I thought was a really nice touch. Really, really cool. Then we've got some more Star Trek, and then a bunch of Dragon Ball Z in this display case. There I am, hello. A lot of Dragon Ball Z, about 3 shelves worth, so that was cool to see. Not a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, but still, I love how they have these displayed. Nice and clean, nice and clear, looks really good. And then kind of an obscure Tyrannosaurus Rex there, and then all Pez in this one. You got Clown Pez, you got Ghost Pez, you got all kinds of Pez dispensers in this. What again, I thought was really cool that they paid homage to the Pez dispensers, because that's a big piece of toy history as well. So I thought that was a really cool display. And then there was underwear on the wall. I asked the lady up front, I was like, why is there underwear on the wall? She said, that's where the bathroom is. So it makes total sense where the bathroom is. Got Spider-Man in episode 2 in there, but yeah, that kind of signified where the bathroom is where the underwear was. Also got some Power Rangers. We got Zords up top there, new and old. Some Star Wars, some Marvel, a lot of Power of the Force up there. More Power of the Force. A lot of good wall art. And then got Gundam in these really cool display cases, which were done very, very well. Tons of Gundam in these. Loose, in box. Love the shadows that were casted through there. I thought that would look really cool. And I'm going to say it a few more times, but I thought the display cases were done really nicely. I love them. I would love to have those in my room, but I'm not a millionaire. So there you go. But yeah, looks good. Again, Gundam, they look cool. I don't know a ton about them, but they look really good. So you can't complain there. We got some more obscure figures here. There's Ivan Ooze, Lord Zed. More Power Rangers. Actually, one in there that I got with that Shredder, White Ranger, all the Rangers. And then some of the smaller ones with some vehicles as well. So yeah, looked really good there. And then I'm not sure what these are, but they look cool. They look really good. And then there's some more of the monsters from there. And then this is, to me, this is the best room. Star Wars room. Sideshow, Tauntaun. We've got an Anakin umbrella. And then we've got Boba cut out, Vader cut out, Han cut out. And look at that wall. Holy, you know what? I mean, insane wall of figures. And this is kind of what we're going for 3 3/4, guys. You got Rebel Transport, AT-ACT, Y-Wings, X-Wings, ARC Fighters, ATSTs. I mean, this was the room for me. I absolutely love this room. All the 18-inchers, the gunships, the TIE Interceptors. That Slave 1's actually bigger than I thought, so that looked really good. Droid carriers. That's actually the Black Series snow speeder. Yeah, and it's just awesome. Again, love the display case. Got some of the vintage in here. Another great display case. The cups, I think those were from, where were those from? Taco Bell or something? Can't really remember, but the episode 1 cups had a few of those. And then even more in here, we got Lucy's, we got Yoda, life-size Yoda, an AT-AP, episode 1 Yoda, that is. And then more on top, and they're actually playing Star Wars as you're walking through. Of course they are. And a good mix of 3 3/4, a good mix of Black Series posters. They really need to take that Last Jedi poster down, but you know, it is what it is. And yeah, some really rare, expensive figures on that wall. And yeah, I was tempted. And this is actually my first time seeing the sail barge in person. I've never seen it in person, and I cannot believe, you know, I think if it was nowadays, that thing's about 5 years old. That thing probably be 1,000. That thing's huge. Same with this AT-AT. That is a primary goal with the new 3 3/4 inch collection. So we're going to definitely go for that. Mix of modern, mix of vintage, a lot of stuff in the package, a lot of valuable stuff. And yeah, again, about 20 feet high with figures that are on card or mint in box. So that was pretty cool to see. Of course, I got a life-size Stormtrooper. His helmet's seen a little better days, but that looks good too. Kind of cool. And then a life-size Watto, which was also nice to see. And then we've got the Lego ones as well. Vader cutout, Lego Millennium Falcon, Lego Razor Crest. That's what I was trying to say. Lego Razor Crest. Ewok Village with all the Ewoks. More carded loose. And then we get some Marvel. Nice Marvel statues there. A lot of old Spider-Man. And playing Spider-Man in the background as well. That was the Into the Spider-Verse they were playing. So that was cool to see as well. And then Power Ranger back there. In these glass cases, got some Terminator, got some Crow. There you go, Carlos. There's your Crow, buddy. And we got some more of the Rings, Ash from Evil Dead, Gandalf, and then some Walking Dead in here as well. It was me. I would have filled that case with something better. That's okay. Got some wrestling. I wish I had spent a little more time on the wrestling, guys. I apologize. But we were a little strapped for time. But a lot of cool wrestling. I even saw The Undertaker with the mask, which I know is a very rare figure. But cool to see that. They pretty much had every wrestler you would ever want. Marvel Legends. Again, tons of Marvel Legends. You guys just soak it in, man. I mean, I'm not a Marvel guy, so I'm not going to name them all. But basically, every Marvel Legend you'd ever want. So there you go. And a nice little bio as well. Got some more up top. Got some of the packs. More looses. A couple of 2-packs up there as well. And then the next case down is Barbie, which we're not going to look at too much. Then heading on in, you go through that entrance. They got some more stuff up top. There's that troll. I know that Sentry picked that up a while back. They actually had 2 of them. And then this part, super cool as well. The Simpsons. And man, I've never seen so many Simpsons toys in my entire life. Absolutely insane. Absolutely crazy. Again, they got some Futurama as well, playing the Simpsons as you're looking at it. And yeah, another great toy line that unfortunately died out, but still, they did a great job on that toy line. That was fantastic that they included the environments with it, and they just did a great job. So another really, really cool display. A lot of carded as well, and you just can't go wrong with The Simpsons. One of my favorite shows ever. So super, super cool display with this. Some lunch boxes, and get you a little closer view. Mayor Quimby, the chef, the aliens, Pooh, Simpsons, Grandpa, just basically everybody ever to grace the Simpsons cartoon. All right, next room, we have got the Transformers, and I expected to see a few more of the newer Transformers. Obviously, these are all mostly modern. There is some vintage mixed in, but not a lot of the Earthrise, Kingdom, Studio Series in here too much. A lot of Combiner Wars, a lot of Generations, that type of thing, but still a ton of Transformers. Like I said, Combiner Wars, Titans Return, a lot of those. There's the old school Unicron that came out a few years back. A lot of Studio Series, or I'm sorry, not Studio Series, but Masterpiece as well. There's Metroplex, who I get to look at every day, so that's always cool, always fun. That's like the third cameo for my finger, so I apologize, guys. My finger wanted to say hi many times. That was weird. And then some nice little murals there of Prime. Like that a lot. And then more even on these shelves as well. So yeah, a nice little Transformers display. Starscream, Thundercracker. But again, not quite as many as I thought there was going to be. I think I had in my mind that every display is going to be about as big as the Star Wars display, and that just wasn't the case. But still, one of the bigger Transformer displays I've seen in my life, and very, very cool. Very well done. And everything is, the other point I want to make is everything's clean. There's no dust anywhere. So I think they clean it pretty regularly, because I didn't see any dust on the windows. I didn't see any dust on the shelves, on the figures. It was super, super clean, and a really enjoyable place to go by yourself or with the family. So there's a Transformers display, really well done as well. And then coming up to the Turtle display, I actually expected more out of this too, but again, not every display is going to be huge. I actually have most of these Turtles, which was kind of cool to see, because my kids were asking me, like, which ones do you have? Well, I'm like, well, I got that one, that one, that one, that one. So that was nice to be able to tell them that I had a lot of those, which they kind of knew, but they forgot. And some nice art, really, really nice art pieces on here that I like a lot. We've got more. For some reason he had Bratz. I think those are Bratz. Yeah, I had Bratz there on top of the Turtle display. There's an ARC 170 fighter. Love those. That's the Tiger Shark version. And back to the Turtles a little bit. Just super cool. I mean, if you got a smaller Turtles display, like, that's the way to do it. All right, this is kind of the creme de la creme. This is the biggest display they have in the entire place. We'll get to that in a second. I just wanted to give you guys kind of a big overview of how massive that display was. But we'll actually take a look at this Hulk poster for a second, and then look into this case that's lit up green a little bit. That's got some of the movie Maniacs in it. Got Conan. Got Gremlins too. Those are, I believe, NECA, maybe? Yeah, NECA. NECA Terminators. So another nice little display with the green. That looked really cool. And then we're going to go back to this. And this is mind-boggling, the amount of figures. It's like a treasure hunt as you're looking at this thing. Absolutely incredible. There is no rhyme or reason really for any of these figures. It's just kind of a huge mash of everything. And it's incredible. Absolutely incredible how much is on the floor in this display. I mean, they probably, out of 13,000 figures, they probably have like 5,000 on the floor just in this display. You know, you got anything from Hulk to Fantastic Four to Ren and Stimpy, and just insane. Now, I was looking up there, and you'll see me zoom in a second here. I've been looking for a Yukon Cornelius figure. Well, we're not to it yet, but I've been looking for a Yukon Cornelius figure for quite some time. I was like, I don't even know if they make one. Well, there's one right there. And he's one of my favorite characters of all time. Part of the reason I use the Yukon name is because of Yukon Cornelius. So I'm going to track that figure down. And I just thought that was super cool that they make one. So I'll probably be tracking that down eventually. On the bed, Alf, SpongeBob. We got Gene Simmons, got the Balrog. We've got just an entire pile of insanity is basically what it is, but it's just to kind of mimic a 1980s kids room and all the toys that they would have. The Legacy Falcon, the Vintage Falcon, Skylynx, Iron Man, Hellboy, Beast, Batman's, and then of course they're playing Thundercats in the background, which was awesome as well. Pee Wee Herman, and yeah, they actually do. I don't think I mentioned this earlier in the video, but they actually do a Where's Waldo little hunt. So you can go through the entire place and find Waldo. We spent probably an hour in there. We couldn't find him. So if you can't find him, if you give up, you can go to the front and they'll tell you where he was. He was actually behind some Supermans that we showed earlier. So that was kind of fun too. But if he had been in this, I don't think we would have ever found him. Some Ghostbusters in here as well. Castle Grayskull, Poison Ivy. Yeah, I mean, it's like 1980s just threw up on the floor into this awesome, awesome room. Got the 80s chair, got the terrible colors and plaid. there's an AT-AT, which is awesome. Batman, that's a newer Batwing. They didn't have the older Batwing, unfortunately. That would have been cool to see. And yeah, you could really spend all day just looking at this room and all the stuff that you see. My wife mentioned she saw a couple of toys that she had when she was a kid. So, I mean, and she's not a toy collector. So there you go. That tells you right there how many toys there is. But that part of the tour is absolutely insane and really well done. There's a little bit of an overview of what it looks like kind of as a whole. And just an amazing place. Another Yukon Cornelius, which I need to steal that as well because that was awesome. All right, last scene. This is actually where you can buy stuff. So as you walk in, there are items for purchase. I'll be honest with you guys, a lot of the prices were whacked, really high. Give you an example of that. Some of the Masterpiece Transformers that you see there, those were $250. Those don't go for $250. So there you go. Even the Prime, I think the Prime was like $75. So yeah, the prices were a little high. And yeah. But you could also buy, basically everything. I mean, they had selects, they had Marvel Legends, they've got G.I. Joe, you can see they got NECA Turtles, more G.I. Joe, and then you could buy shirts as well. They had shirts and mugs for sale. Again, about $22 is what it's going to run you for a shirt, which isn't the worst. There's a good look at the shirt. More art, all up there. Mural of Superman. A couple of guys looking through the window. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I had to tear my son away from that Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And then a couple Lucy's in the glass cases here. Some Marvel Legends, some Toy Biz Marvel. G.I. Joes, more little mini cups, and some Legends as well. So yeah, a decent selection. I mean, it's not like a big time toy store or anything, but it's cool that they actually did have things for sale. I mean, it gets you in the toy mood to look for it anyway, so you might as well, get something while you're doing it. Lord of the Rings, and just a lot of good stuff. More Jurassic Park, Roton, Aquaman. They can't give those away, unfortunately. And then other side of the store, even more. There's Green Lantern, Orko in the back, the M&M guy, and then more selects, and a few Legends as well. Nothing really super rare, I don't think, but a few Barbies for the girls. Comics, try to show you guys a few of the comics as well. And then a nice Iron Man mural there. That looked really cool. Got one of those jumbo Michelangelo, some Hot Wheels. And then mostly your 3 3/4 inch action figures here. They had some Star Wars. But again, the prices were a little high. I think they were $10 a piece, but nothing I was really interested in. I was going to get newer versions of a lot of that stuff. Some Multiverse. More Legends. Fantastic Four Wave. You notice some of this we've seen at Ross. There's that Hulk. Yeah, like you said, you've seen some of the Ross. There's the Stormtrooper and the Mando. And then those Sentinels as well. So a little bit of scalper going on. But hey, you know what? Not going to criticize. There you go. More Pops and a few more Legends as well. So here you go, guys. There's the voiceover. All right, guys, there you go. What an amazing little museum they got that down there in Pauls Valley. This is a couple days later. It took me that long to process everything I saw there. It was kind of tough to record. My kids were running around asking me a million questions. My wife was asking me questions, and they were super interested in it too. So hence the voiceover. That's why I did that, because you would have just heard a lot of, "Get away, I'm recording. Get away, I'm recording." That's what you would have heard if I had done that live. So that's the reason for the voiceover. But super cool place. If you're ever in Oklahoma and you want to go down to Pauls Valley, which is about an hour south of me, south of Oklahoma City, man, I really recommend it. I was talking to the owner, and I didn't get whose name is this, but she told me that 85% of that collection that you guys saw belongs to a designer of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, being a complete idiot like I am, I forgot to ask the name. Now, Eastman and Laird, I thought were the designers. I don't know if it's one of those guys or what, but apparently he has a gallery of his own just a couple blocks from where the Action Figure Museum is. So the other funny part of that is when I was at the Southwest Oklahoma Toy Show a few weeks ago, I saw this guy, crazy looking guy, who was talking to a vendor and says, "Yeah, I designed that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I designed that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle." I was like, this guy's crazy. He thinks he designed the turtles. I asked her about that. She's all, "Yeah, that was him." So I'm an idiot. I was right next to one of the designers of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I thought he was insane and didn't even know it. You got to pay attention out there, guys. You never know who you're going to run into. So, live and learn, I suppose. Hopefully I run into him again one day. I can talk to him, find out exactly who it is, because I was looking up Eastman and Laird, and it didn't look like either of those guys, unless he's just gotten a little crazy. But interesting times that we live in. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Something a little different. I've been wanting to do that video ever since I started this channel. Just a few months after I moved here, me and my family took a trip down to Dallas, and I saw that, and I was like, when am I going to get there? And it's been almost 3 years later. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button. Give me some comments what you guys thought. And hope you enjoyed it. I will see you guys on the next one. You guys have a good one. And we'll see you soon. Later.